These are the Lypertek SoundFree S20. Okay, we have a bit of an exclusive here. These are the Lypertek SoundFree S20s. These are a little set of in-ear earbuds that have just been released. There is no price on Amazon just yet because they haven't gone live yet, but they will do in the next couple of weeks. But they're a good-looking set of earbuds, and I'm going to use them as my main earbuds for the foreseeable future. Actually, here, I don't need the knife. Okay, so digging in, relatively simple packaging, just a box with an open there and a wee toggle for hanging on there. We have Bluetooth 5.0, waterproof IPX5, easy control volume, USB Type-C charging, and lightweight 5.1 grams wireless charging case, high performance dynamic drive, superior call quality, auto pairing on off, 8 hours plus 40 hours playback time, volume 50% based on SBC, fast charging, and voice control with Siri, Google, etc. There's a wee QR code there as well if you want to go and find out more about them. But these are a good looking set of headphones that I've been following for a wee while, and I'm quite excited to finally get in and have a look at these and see what they're like. Lypertek have a pretty good track record with. Well, I've had a set of their headphones before, and I thought they were rather good. Right from the word go. The plastic used here is kind of a cheaper plastic. It feels a wee bit cheaper. Yeah, it's not quite the quality plastic that you would see on maybe Samsung or something, but there is texture around here, so it's not smooth. You're not going to drop this as easily as you would the Samsung Galaxy Buds or the AirPods. There's a little bit of grip on them, which is kind of nice. We have a USB Type-C on the bottom. We have, I think that's NFC. No, that's the wireless charging point on the back. And then around the front we have 4 little LEDs. Once the headphones are in, it'll tell us how charged they are. Then you can obviously see it goes in there, left and right. Fairly simple. Good looking, small. The buds themselves. White cardboard. They are plastic to touch. There is a little silver button there, which is nice to have a physical button as opposed to being touch reliant entirely on touch. That starts to really wear thin on me after a while, especially if you've got multiple pairs of headphones. It's difficult to work out. You touch them up here, and because they're in your ears, you can't see them to do that. But if we go in close, you can see there we have the emblem, and then there's a little hole there which is a microphone. Then round here we have the button which has a texture to it. We have R there, and we've got 2 pogo plugs, and then we pull this off and you can see the driver there. There's not much to show. They're not the easiest to fit, especially whenever you're doing it at an odd angle in front of a camera. There we go. There's nothing down that side, and we got a little flashy light there that's appearing in the emblem. Nothing on the bottom. So they're simple, straight to the point. Earbuds. This one is the same, but a mirror image. We'll put those in here. Okay, so we put them in there. We've got 2 white lights. I can see 1 LED-ish. So they need battery power, I think, quite badly. Right, okay. Elsewhere in the box, we also get... Thank you. There's some info on their social connections. A quick start guide. Does it tell us anything in particular that we need to know? Do that, do that. We've got the case LED indicator. That's a tour the device. And then we obviously Bluetooth connect them. While we're looking at that, I'll get a tiny amount of power in them. Yep, okay, fairly simple quick start guide, nothing too thought-provoking. A little USB Type-C charge cable, and I'm guessing in here we have small, medium, large silicone tips, small, medium, large double flange tips. That's nice. So that's 6 tips altogether. I like the double flange. I do like a good bit of flange. Okay, so we've got one light on. We need to open her up to start pairing. I can hear it saying pairing. There we have the Lypertek S20. Thankfully it's actually called after the device and not something annoyingly cryptic. Okay, and there we're connected. Right, so for the next week I'm going to go and use these as my daily drivers once they're charged, just to get an idea of how good they sound and how long the battery lasts. And we're going to start that right now. I'm going to go and listen to some tunes and make a phone call later this afternoon. So I shall report back in the near future. Okay, so it has actually been about 2 weeks since I've been using these, and I have been using them as my daily drivers. I've had them on almost every day, and I have thoroughly enjoyed them. The sound on them across most different platforms is superb. I'm gleeful to actually say that it is in fact really quality, good, decent sound that performs on all levels. There's a real quality audio performance here, and the fit. Once I got the actual rubber bits on the end, it was quite fiddly and very tight fitting to get those on there, but they delivered and they were really comfortable. I didn't really notice they were there, aside from obviously the sound coming through, and it really justified the extra little bit of cost that you may get over a pair of £30 headphones. They really do offer solid, balanced audio, and most importantly, across most media fields. Listening to Netflix, they sounded good. They sounded right in your ear, as you would expect, with a really decent sounding quality. Everyone's articulation, and you could hear the build of the voice right in your ears, which is a really nice experience. Music across the board was excellent. Various different forms of music, from classical right through to a good old-fashioned ugly punk sound from the underground. Really delivered it. It managed to comprise everything that you would expect for the balanced audio there. Then of course phone calls as well. Whilst phone calls, I have to say, is the one thing that I didn't test too much, and I relied more on the voice included in podcasts. The phone calls that I used were pretty good. I did not delve into the actual touch functions. I do prefer to use the ones on my phone. It works better, because you get a bit frustrated whenever you're accidentally hanging up on people because you're trying to turn up the volume and stuff like that. You cut people off. But for phone calls, they worked exceptionally well. I did tend to take one out so that I could hear myself talk as well. I find that just works better that way. I think I've always done that now. I think about it with headphones, because you end up shouting because you want to hear yourself over this, the noise cancellation that's going on here, because these are right in your ears. And yeah, I was saying that it is a very secure fit whenever you put these into your ears. I was really quite impressed. It took me a couple of different goes to get it right. I think one of my ear canals is actually slightly larger than the other. But because of the amount of things that you have in the packaging, we have good options, because there's, what was it again? It was 6 or something different earbuds that you can switch between, and that means you can find a very happy medium for each ear canal. very bassy stuff, it actually delivers. I was quite surprised that we did actually manage to get some of the deeper bass in here, and that was really nice. Whilst I couldn't say that I turned it up full whack, usually sitting around 70%, give a very nice representative of the sound. I find with Bluetooth headphones, they don't tend to go very, very loud, and they usually cut off to avoid damaging your ear holes and lawsuits and things impending from that. But I think they all could do with a bit more of a volume increase, but that might come down to the actual phone itself as well as to whether or not it can deliver. So yeah, I'd say these are really worth your while. It's worth checking out. Of course, apologies for the obvious voiceover, but I wanted to add a little bit about the wireless connection on the back where you do your wireless charging. Now, I did have a little bit of an issue where I couldn't quite see what was happening with the charger. Some of the lights can take a second to activate whenever charging starts, which means you can be swooshing it around for a wee while, hoping that you're in the right place. But there's USB-C there, and I think that's you would use that for emergency situations where you need to charge it off a phone that actually has that kind of support. That works fine. I think it's faster as well. So it's a criticism that doesn't really need to have any weight to it. But yeah, I'm really impressed by these Lypertek headphones. They are actually going to stay in my pocket as my main drivers for particular journeys and things like that, for a particular part of a commute that I might do. So I'll use them for that, and I'm really impressed. Nice one, Lypertek. There's links down below as to where to get a set if you need them, because I would recommend looking into these if you're just looking for something that's just a little bit different, a brand to try. And I'd say give them a go, because you will like them. You won't regret it. They are pretty excellent. So let us know if you have any questions or any thoughts. Stick them in the comments box down below. Hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. And remember to tune in to the Tech Addicts podcast. There's a new one every Sunday afternoon. And of course, Talk Sport on a Wednesday morning at midnight for Inspect Your Gadget. And other than that, take care.